Hey guys, welcome to our weekly team call. And this is the last call of July. And so, because of that, we are actually going to talk about August goals, which is really exciting because I don't know. I'm just like, my mind is kind of blown that we're already talking about August and thinking about August. Um, but before we dive into those goals really quick, I just wanted to set a little reminder for those of you who aren't in Success Club. It's still possible to lock in the last 24 hours because we have till tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, midnight Eastern Time to log in Success Club. And I really want to encourage everybody to use their promo codes. And if you guys are like, you still have promo codes and you're struggling with getting people started even with those, I really encourage you to watch last week's Set Your Soul on Fire team call that Amy did, because she just really brought the heat and also gave very tactical tips and tools and scripts and how she is using them, and also how she follows up. And it was really cool because she showed her workflow, and I just thought that call was really, really helpful. So anybody who's not in Success Club, don't feel defeated yet. Don't throw in the towel yet. I know it's easy to do. I have been there, but I also just want to encourage you to not give up, to push really hard these next 24 hours and see what you're capable of. And for the people who say, they can't afford it or say not right now, then ask them what they can afford. And so if it's not a challenge pack this month, get them started with BOD, get them started with a quarterly BOD, get them started with a 14-day free trial and a free pack of Energize, or like a sample pack of Energize. Like, generally somebody can afford something, and then just keep inviting, keep talking about it on your stories, talk about how you have these promo codes that are about to expire, and you want to help 3 people get started, and you can save them $30 off between the MM100 sale and the promo codes. So like, just really encourage people and check in with them, follow up with them. But if you haven't watched that team call from last Thursday, I highly suggest it. And then Britt Jasperson also went live yesterday and Set Your Soul on Fire, and did another amazing call on how to hit Success Club in the last 48 hours. So if you haven't hit Success Club and you want some like last ditch efforts, like go watch that, because you will get fired up. And don't just watch it though, like get what you learn and put it into action right away. And just commit to like making it happen, commit to not giving up. And yeah, and then in Team Live and Love, I don't know who actually is in this group, who is in that group. But no, you guys, if you guys search Team Live and Love, you guys can always add yourself because it's our upline page too. I posted another awesome video that I found about how to hit Success Club in the last 20 or 48 hours, 24 hours. And it's from like Moira and Bonnie Engel and Chelsea Pearson and Lindsay Matway. And so all these top coaches like sharing their top tips on how to hit Success Club in the last 48 hours. So just lots of good tips, lots of things to plug into. Don't feel defeated. And if you feel defeated, I really want to encourage you to change your mindset. And remember, like, Success Club isn't the end all be all. Yes, it is the goal. Yes, it is something you want to push for. But remember, if somebody can't afford a challenge pack, don't feel like disappointed. Say, what can we get you started with then? What can you afford? Like, don't be afraid to bust through those objections and just get somebody in the door, because maybe they can't afford a challenge pack this month, but you're getting them started with a 14-day free trial and Energize packets, and then they'll be in your wellness group, and then they can join you next month or the month after that. But they'll see the value if you just get them in the door. And that's something that I'm really working on doing more. And I know that's something Amy's working on doing more too. And so it's just, I really want to encourage you guys to not feel defeated, and really just go all in and amp yourself up And also like change your mindset around it, because if you are telling yourself that this is really hard or that this is really difficult and everybody's telling you no, that is subconsciously like what you're putting out there. And I will tell you, if you are writing out like affirmations and saying like, I'm going to make this happen, I have 24 hours left, I'm going to help 3 people, like what you're putting out there is completely different from the story you're telling yourself about, you know, whatever it is, how hard this is. And like, Mary's totally right. Like a lot of people don't have any idea how much money they spend on junk. Like it's really disturbing when you talk to people and they're like, oh, I don't have money for this. And then you see them talk about how they just spent money on new Nikes. And I'm like, what? Or they go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of junk food or go out and like drink, you know, those things add up. And so, I think also talking about the value that you have to offer and like just different ways to like talk to people, and don't be afraid to talk about it in your stories either. Talk about in your stories, talk about like just even there was a thing that I found earlier from another coach that I thought was really cute that she did a story and she just worded the promo code thing differently than how she had been wording it. She did a story and it was like 24-hour flash sale, save on micro-based nutrition program, mindful eating program, fitness packs, wellness packs, and further savings available. And then she did like a poll and it was like, show me the savings or send me a code. So, you know, just like get creative. Don't feel beat up about it. Just really decide that you are going to switch your mindset around, because I think sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing it. And I know this has happened to me in the past that I'm like, wow, this month feels really hard, or I don't have enough time, or I'm going to throw in the towel because I don't want to feel defeated. Or like, that's a big thing in itself. People don't do the work in these last 24, 48 hours, or even in the last week of the month, because they don't want to feel defeated, or they don't want to feel like they let themselves down or the team down. But really, like, you're working for yourself and you're doing this commitment to change your life and to help change other people's lives. So like, change your mindset, like pump up like the tunes. Like I like to do, especially if I'm having like a hard mindset day, I find like a really fun playlist on Spotify and I bump that. And I just like have fun with it. Like, remember the fun that you can have in this business. And Mary said one thing to remember: if they can't hack a challenge pack the first month, ask them to commit to a date and their second payday in August. Yeah, August has 5 Fridays. And so it's a longer month. And I did that today with a girl and I was like, okay, well, what can you afford? And she's like, honestly, I really want to join with a challenge pack. So I won't be able to join until halfway through August. I'm like, okay, then let's respond to my last email about the challenge, or the last email for the share cart scripts. And I'll send that to you. And then I will follow up with you on the 15th or whenever that day was that she said that she could, do it. But I'm not like counting the chickens before they hatch. I'm just going to keep going up, following up with other people, doing call to actions on my stories and that type of things. But yeah, I like that, Mary. And that's a good way to like realistically think about it too. There's 5 weeks in August. So that is awesome. Now let's move on to August, because that's what this call is about, is talking about our August goals. And no matter where you are this month, no matter how you're feeling about this month, remember, change your mindset. Like, get excited. It's a new month. We're on the cusp of a new month. So don't like throw in the towel for July, but get excited about August. And also remember, if you are hustling, whether you've hit Success Club already or whether you're still hustling, all of that hard work that you're putting in right now will transfer over to August too. So like, don't throw in the towel and say, I'm not going to work just because you're not where you want to be, because all of that work, like, goes into August. And I think what sometimes happens too is coaches like get in this burnout cycle where they work really hard and they're like, oh, I need a break. I just can't do that again. And so it's important to just make sure you're in a steady like workflow, and remember that what you're doing now sets you up for August too. So August is a brand new month. There will be brand new promotions. And I want you guys to set 3 different types of goals for your business, or just like not just your business, because the first is business goals. So there will be a little homework tonight too, because I was thinking about just different ways for like goal setting. And so on this call though, we're going to talk about like everybody's goals and everything, but there's 3 types of goals that I want you guys to write out. And I do think like pen to paper, it's fun to like make something cute for a graphic on your phone. But yeah, Mary's got notebook, like pen to paper. There's just something with your mind. Like I have goals. I have my goals like on my computer screen. I normally have them on my phone, but I like writing them out pen to paper too. So you want to have business goals. And these types of goals are like Success Club numbers. It is the coaches you want to recruit if you want to advance in rank. It is your IG following, your Facebook friends, like you want to add, like the number of people you want to add, how you want to run your groups, like those are those type of goals. And then I want you guys to set fitness and nutrition goals. And because again, this is like the baseline to your business is your results in your fitness and nutrition. So whether you just committed to Morning Meltdown 100 and you want to rock Morning Meltdown 100, like make your goals about that and just get creative with them too. Like say, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning and get my Morning Meltdown workout done. You could start like a morning Zoom, like, but get creative with it. And also write out what nutrition plan you're going to follow next month. And also with that too, you could tie that into your business goals and be like, in addition to following this nutrition plan, I'm going to send out a weekly newsletter and I'm going to share a recipe on there, or I'm going to share recipes on my stories to engage people, or like find different ways to just make your goals more fun. And then the third type of goal that I want to see you guys write is like a growth personal goal. And so this can be about your personal development. This can be about your personal life. This can be whatever, but it is important to like throw that out there too. What kind of personal growthy goals you want to set for yourself. And then after you kind of like brainstorm that, one thing I wanted to pull up, because I always like to look at this when I'm thinking about my goals, is the whole SMART goals thing. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. Can everybody see this? Is it up? So like SMART goals, I was talking about this with my 12-year-old niece yesterday, and that's what made me think about it when we were talking about the goals calls. And she was like, I like to set SMART goals. She's like 12 going on 30 though. And so like S is for specific. So with these goals too, you want to be very, very clear about what you want to happen. So also knowing what kind of language works with your brain. So like what motivates you. So if you're not motivated by Success Club numbers or that, like, are you motivated by thinking about the number of people you can help with challenge packs? So like I like to write out, I want to help. I'll write out like Success Club 50 and be like, I want to help 25 people get started with the challenge pack, because I like that verbiage better than just the number. But specific, provide a clear description of what needs to be achieved. And then it's just clear. And again, it helps communicate to your brain like what you need to do. And then the second M is measurable. Include a target that indicates success, like what kind of action goes into how you're going to measure that goal. And then A is for achievable, set a challenging target, but keep it realistic. I go back and forth on this one, and it depends on what kind of person you are. One thing that Amy stressed with me as a new coach, and one thing that's I've always done, I don't feel super defeated if I don't hit a goal, but I know sometimes people do. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to feel super defeated, like don't set a super high goal. But I was always taught like set a higher goal even if it's unrealistic, because then if you are willing to like put in the action that it takes to achieve that goal, you're at least going to hit the smaller goals along the way. So say your baseline goal is Success Club 5. I always say shoot for a Success Club 10 because you're going to work harder if you're working for a Success Club 10, and in the process you'll hit Success Club 5. That type of thing. Relevant, keep your goal consistent with higher level goals, which I think is good too. And then time bound, set a date for when your goal needs to be achieved. So I like to say Success Club 5 by the 5th and 10 by the 10th. That type of thing, but it's just really helpful. So obviously like your fitness and nutrition goals are going to be kind of different for these, but it is just getting specific, making sure it's measurable, and still like planning out what time you're going to get your workouts in, or how you're going to follow your nutrition plan if you're meal prepping, that kind of thing. And then your growth personal goals are like when you're going to do your personal development and like making time for that type of thing. And now I want to move this and stop sharing my screen. Hold on. There we go. Okay. But one thing also that I want you guys to do on the same paper that you're writing out your goals on, I want you to write yourself a permission slip. And it may sound silly, but I like it. It's just I'm like feeling all the mindset vision things right now. And I think it's because I'm listening to all these audiobooks on birth. And it's just like dream your dream birth and like really get into your vision and give yourself permission to like dream these things. So it's giving me ideas that I'm taking back to my business. Anyways, but like I want you guys to write yourself a permission slip. And it can say, I give myself permission to go all in with my business this month, or to hit this goal, or to work harder than I have before. Obviously, like tailor this to fit your goals and your vision and what you want. But like as silly as it sounds, sometimes it does help to just give yourself permission, because I know you guys are busy. I know we all have crazy things going on in our lives. Literally, I have so many things like getting ready for this baby that could come anytime in August, or I'm hoping he holds on till the beginning of September. I really am. But like, I'm just going to focus on my business, but I still have a lot of other things I need to do. But like, I like wrote myself a permission slip to still work really hard in my business, because that just that's something that I'm in control of. And I just wanted to like, kind of share that mindset or thought process with you guys too. When life is crazy, and I know not everybody's pregnant. I know we have a couple pregnant people on the team call, or people with kids, or like you have another job, or you're going to school, or like all of these things are going on. And it's easy to say, well, this is just like my side hustle, or this is just this extra thing in my life. And we can put coaching on the back burner. But I want you guys to give yourself permission to like give it your all for August, because like Mary said, it's a 5-week month. That's like really exciting to me. That's like 5 chances to get a paycheck, because we get paid every week. It's 5 chances to show up. It's 5 chances to really like go balls to the wall and go all in. So I want you guys to give yourself permission to really rock next month. So that being said, anybody want to share their goals for August? Anybody can just start a meeting. You guys can just start a meeting.
I'll go.
Okay.
I didn't finish writing out my personal growth goals, so but I got most of them. I just did 3 for each section.
Mm-hmm.
So Success Club 40, I'm still hustling right now. I'm like emailing. So this is what I'm doing right now is that I have Streak. If you don't have Streak, please use Streak. Everybody that I emailed about Morning Meltdown, you could see who looked at it, and everyone that looked at it is going through my sent folder, and it shows me who looked at it, and I'm like, hey, didn't hear back from you. I got this. I'm just sending them 1 promo code, and someone's going to use it. And so hopefully that will be something. So I'm like, hey, if you don't use this, it's going to expire in 24 hours, in which case you'll have to wait until next month or until another month to join. So I'm hoping that that will create that momentum for August. Because who knows? I had Success Club 4 and then someone returned it back. So now I'm at Success Club 2. So yeah, Success Club 40 next month. Diamond ranking, my goal is by November 11th, but I'm just going to put it down. Just, rather be early than late. I increased my Instagram following to 6,000. I'm about 4,400 right now, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then get my abs back for my fitness goals. And then 100% on point with my nutrition, except for one day when I have a date night with my dude on Thursdays, have a little treat thing. I always kind of sort of like have a little bit of something all the time. And yesterday was like the first time in months where I like 100% follow nutrition and I feel amazing. And I don't know why I don't do that. So I'm just going to do what makes me feel good, which is following my plan. And then set a bedtime and get up. Ever since I stopped working a full-time job and coaching, I just kind of like, just get up whenever. And then I'm like looking at the clock and it's like 1 p.m. and I'm finishing my workout, which is insane because I used to finish it at like 6:30 a.m. every day. So yeah, set a bedtime, get up, and then finish 2 personal development books. Right now I'm reading Year of Yes, which is really, really good. Very funny. She's the writer of Scandal and Grey's Anatomy. And she's awesome. Yeah, you know what's up. And yeah, so I'm about halfway done with this. She is amazing. And then I'm going to pick up, there's this Instagram that I follow called Healthy is the New Skinny. And I forgot what her name is, but she wrote a book called Healthy is the New Skinny. And it's talking about like body image and self-love and stuff like that. And also like, yeah. And what book? Let's see, what is this book? Say Yes, The Year of Yes. Yeah. I think I got it at the bookstore for like $9.
I think you can find it even cheaper. I think I got it on Amazon for like less than $5.
Yeah, it's a cheap one. But yeah, it's like, she's so funny. But yeah, and then I'm gonna start reading Healthy is the New Skinny. And that's about it. I kind of switched up my Instagram. I'm very like I'm not so like fluffy anymore. I'm cussing a little bit more, so it's working out. And that's all I got.
I like it. You're finding your voice. Yay. Who's next? I know Mary raised her hand.
I can go, absolutely. So I'll admit I kind of started writing down some goals and then just sitting and talking and listening for a little bit, I kind of had a couple of little breakthroughs. So I had a goal last month to increase my Instagram following. So I didn't quite make my goal. So I'm going to keep that at 900 followers because I'm about in the 800s right now. So I've increased. I just didn't make it to 900. But the month isn't over yet. So I could always sit and do a 5-3-1 a few times and see where I can get. And then I did put 10 new challengers down. So my goal will be for August to bring 10 new challengers in. And I'm thinking that through showing the Morning Meltdown 100 and being able to start like more waves of that'll be doable. So it is a stretch. I've never set that goal for myself before. Had some ideas for some team challenges in my own challenge group and maybe offering to pair people up with the program so that we can see. Also using that, I'm just going to mention with Amber, she'd posted in our page about submitting to the Beachbody Challenge. So I'm like, I want the goal to be is that they work through a program together and that they each submit their Beachbody Challenge information together. It doesn't have to be a huge transformation either. I just want them to be committed to showing that they did follow a plan, and then they go ahead and submit their results just to get the t-shirt. I mean, it doesn't have to be for any real specific reason. And then my husband, I'm going to actually be working with him to set him up on a nutrition plan. He really hasn't ever done what I've done, and he eats so much more food than I do. He's kind of like a Viking. He's pretty hot. But he's like 100 pounds heavier than me because I'm very dainty and he's very big. So we're going to have to figure that out. So I've got some action items for myself, but one of my goals this month is to get him set up on a nutrition plan and start packing his lunches so he can get the majority of his food in at work throughout the day. Gonna schedule my workouts for 6 a.m. because I know Perla does her, she has a small virtual gym that I can go to. So that's been really fun. I like having that place where someone will expect to see me every morning. And then I'm also going to be scheduling my personal development for in the morning as well. Because as much as I like to subscribe to that whole, I don't pick up my phone and get on and start scrolling first thing, I do. I know it. And I'm putting that down, that I'll sign out for the night. And that I've made this goal, but I'm saying it out loud. When we don't say these things out loud, we never really stay committed to them. So I'm not expecting anyone to call me out. But if I had to review my goals with anyone throughout the month, the fact that I've said this would mean that you could be like, well, I call bullshit. You said you do it. You're not doing it. And I do want to read GoPro because I did see Amy Silverman recommending that to Nicole from our team when she asked for some recommendations. And I did write myself permission to really work hard this month to connect with others, because I need that to be the reminder, is that I can really talk myself out of like wanting to talk to people sometimes, because it's just like, oh, I send out invites and sometimes I feel like because I don't, you get yourself all hyped up to do it. And then when people actually want to start talking back, sometimes you're like, but I'm not in the mood anymore. So I'm just going to work on mindfully making myself more in the mood. I'm sure my husband would love that too. And then go from there. So that's it for me. I'll listen to everyone else's.
I just want to say I love that. And one thing that I really want to highlight that you said is that you didn't achieve one goal, but you're keeping it for next month. Because that's something I do every month too, you guys. Like if I don't hit a certain goal, I just keep it for the next month. I don't lower it. I don't say, well, that sucks. I mean, I may think it. I may think, well, that sucks. And then I just get real with myself about the work that I put in. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't do what I needed to do to get there. Or maybe if I did, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep doing it and it'll come together. And I like that you set a stretch goal for yourself, because I think that's huge. So way to go, Mary and Amanda. Who's next? I guess I could share some of my goals because I haven't done that. I just felt like I was talking a lot, but maybe I'll give you guys a chance to write down. So Success Club 50, because I've still never done that. So it's literally my goal every single month. So I'm just going to keep setting it, and I'm just going to freaking hustle through the beginning of next month, because I literally don't know when this baby could come, which is terrifying. My life is going to change drastically very, very soon, and I don't know. And since I had like a couple scares this month, I'm like, okay, got to work my ass off to make this happen. And then 15 new coaches, which again was my goal these are 2 goals that I had for this month that I didn't hit. And so I'm like going to keep them. And then 3-star qual before baby comes. And that will happen by, helping Eden get to Diamond, and she is very, very close. I know actually Mary's super close too, and there are a couple people who are really close on the team right now, so that's very exciting. And then also building my second CBC, and then 5 new Emerald coaches, and then set up systems for when baby comes. And then for fitness goals, I literally just have go on a walk every day, because I'm not clear. I'm not allowed to work out right now. And I have the most FOMO watching everybody start morning meltdown and like rocking that. I had a meltdown yesterday. I was like crying over that. I was so upset because I love, and especially like a 100-day program, I was like beating myself up and I let myself feel that. And then today I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be really proud of everybody else. And also I started a thread in Team Live and Love. Again, you guys can add yourself to that if you guys aren't in that group. But one thing that I wanted to do was have everybody post their before photos in there. Just a thread like a front and side, or like a collage of their before photos. And then the cool thing is throughout the 100 days, we can all, or you guys, because I won't be able to start for the foreseeable. Well, you guys are getting closer to the end of your 100 days. Is when I'll be starting, but you know I will. So then like day 25, then we can do side-by-sides, and it's just accountability, and everybody can share on that thread. So I thought that was cool. So if you guys haven't posted before photos on that thread, go do that. I saw Amanda did. So thank you, Amanda, for posting yours. And then my nutrition goal is still like following 2B mindset loosely. And then for my growth personal goals, it is to be kind to myself because I'm freaking out about the baby coming and my business and everything. And also right now, besides the personal development that I'm also reading, is A Year of Yes. And I'm also reading a leadership book that is in my Audible, and I can't remember the name right now. But then I'm also listening to birth audiobooks. So there is that. So those are my goals, roughly. There are more, but those are just what I came up with while we were writing them down.
I'll go. I was typing on my phone. I went to go get my phone when you started talking about what the categories were, but I think I got the gist of it now. So very close to Diamond. So Diamond is the ongoing goal. Success Club 20, I want to help a minimum of 5 people get started with the challenge pack, set 4 people up with a discount or as a working coach in August, start work dates with other coaches as much as possible. So anybody who is on Eastern time or not even Eastern time and just wants to like schedule work dates, I'm down. I'm doing MM100, so that, and then consistent meal prep once I get, so our house closes on Thursday, which is really exciting. So once I get in the house, to start consistent meal prep again, because since we're staying kind of like, it's almost like an Airbnb situation, it's been really sporadic and really hard to like stay consistent with that. I'm also doing a program called Hustle Sanely online. And I don't think maybe it was Mary. I thought like, wow, this might help. I don't remember exactly what you said, but she had us track our time in 15-minute increments for an entire week. And it was the biggest eye opener ever. So if you're like really wondering what you're doing with your time, that was like, whoa, because I know like writing down what you're doing in a day and everything, but like to actually print something out and track it every 15 minutes was like a giant eye opener. It was like, holy crap. So to finish that program, because we have 1 week left in that, and then to set up my workspace in the new house and my workout area in the new house. And then it was a friendly reminder to get back to increasing my following on Instagram, because I was a big Captivate person and that's no more. Those are my goals.
I like them. I think Katie said she was there.
Yeah, I'll go. Hi, everybody. I'm new to this, so thank you for not making it feel so awkward. But I have a goal of hitting Success Club 10 with 5 new challengers. I'd like to get at least 2 new coaches in there too. For my personal health and fitness goals, I'm training for a half marathon at the end of September. So I'm trying to increase my mileage every week, at least once a week. So that's one of that, but obviously still stay consistent with my 100 workouts. And 2B mindset, I'm kind of getting back into that one after trying the ultimate portion fix. I also would really like to get, I'm taking a inspiration off Mary here. My husband just threw out his back for like the gazillionth time. And I've been telling him for years that he needs to start doing core work. So I would love to see him get started on some sort of fitness, even if it's just a 10-minute abs thing, something. And yeah, I'd love to increase my Instagram following up to like 1,200. I'm at about just over 1,000 right now. So I think it sounds feasible, but I've never tried to increase my following. So we'll see. And basically I want to give myself permission to continue to step outside of my comfort zone because like this month I posted videos in my stories for the first time, and it's so weird and awkward at first, and I just told myself to do it every day till it's second nature. So that's it.
I love that, and I love the permission to get outside your comfort zone. And one thing I will say about the stories, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but sometimes like I struggle with anxiety, and I'm very open about that. And when my anxiety gets really bad, or if I have things going on and things are crazy, I'll just go quiet and I'll stop talking. But then when I finally do go to talk on my stories again, I'm like sweating. And guys, I've been a coach for like 5.5, almost 6 years, and I still freak myself out. And every time before I go live and coach workshops, like I'm sweating, like I get nervous. And I think it's okay to like embrace that uncomfort and know that that's normal and that like you're growing and that's something that's just going to happen and that everybody feels that way. It's not just like a new coach thing, like somebody who's been here for 5.5, almost 6 years still has that. I want to read Katie's because she's at work. But she posted hers in the thread. The other Katie. There's 2 Katies on this call. But we have Katie Holschner, who she said her goal is SC30, 10 challengers and 5 coaches. And then work out every day in August following Morning Meltdown 100 containers and Morning Meltdown recipes, sub beach bars for cookies. I like that. Reading Build to Last. Oh, that's the one. That's what I'm listening to. Build to Last by Keith Callahan. He's a Beachbody coach who's in the Millionaire Club who isn't huge on recognition, but he's built like a very successful business. So if you guys want some like really good business development book, read or listen to Build to Last. It's also on Audible. And then connect with and grow following, get a morning routine even on days she doesn't work early. So I like that. Anybody else want to share? Kayla? Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just kind of like listening a little bit because I'm still like very, very new, like literally a couple weeks. So I guess some of the goals that I have is like, I just created like one separate Instagram for this. So I'm hoping to, I guess, get some more followers and build that up a little bit. And I did sell a challenge pack yesterday to one of my friends. So that was good. And I'm hoping to get a couple more people as well and see how that goes. And then I guess my personal goal is to just work on like my nutrition this month and keep up with like the workouts every day.
Yay, congratulations on selling. Was that your first challenge pack?
Yeah, because I'm literally so for me.
No, that's awesome.
I was pretty pumped about that. So I'm hoping to kind of like grow and get out. Like I'm just now getting used to like talking about it, and I shared a story, but like I need to just get out of the fear of like inviting people, because like I've invited a couple people, but I felt like, okay, they're just gonna think like I'm a salesperson or whatever. But I just like, I'm sharing it because I also like enjoy it, I love it, and I want them in, and I'm just kind of trying to get over that side of it, I guess.
And I think the only way to do that is exactly with what you're doing, is to do it. And know that like if you're in your, I love this saying that goes, if you're in your head, you're dead. So like I'm gonna call Katie, the other Katie out, Katie Holschner, because she said she was sending out follow-ups last night, or it might have been invites. I don't know, invites or follow-ups. She's like, I just sent out 45 invites or 45 follow-ups. Now I'm getting off my phone because nerves. Like I used to think about it that way too, as I was so afraid of like hearing no that I like couldn't handle it. But it's just by getting outside your comfort zone, and remember, you're coming from a place of wanting to help people. So that's really awesome. Sorry. Anybody else want to share?
I can't tell if my mic is working or not. Can anybody even hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, finally. Okay. I had to take my headphones out. I'm also super new. I just signed up on the 17th. So, but I did make Success Club, so I got 6 points. I feel so cool about that. And I joined late because I had to put my 6-year-old and my 6-month-old to bed, but I kind of got like a gist of what the goals are about. So my Instagram, I'm at like 1950 right now. I want to get to 3,000 for August, which I think is doable because I've done it before and I deleted my old Instagram, which was a mistake. I need to post more. I was posting like once a month maybe, so I'm gonna try to post like almost daily. I need coaches under me. I have none yet, but I did sign up 3 challengers and I started a couple free trials hoping that they would, end up signing up as challengers. For myself, I need to actually start doing some like self-help stuff. I have never done that before, ever. So I'm gonna look into the books that you guys were talking about, and I want to lose 10 pounds. That's pretty much it for me.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. A great first personal development book. My 2 favorites to start new coaches on are The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, because it's just a perfect example of how this business works and just how life and everything works in general with their fitness and everything. And it's amazing. And also You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. So those are both 2 of my favorites that I like to recommend for new coaches.
I see a lot of people reading those.
Yeah. So welcome. I love having new coaches on and you guys sharing. And just one thing that I want to say is continue to step outside your comfort zone and share. Like, that's what these calls are all about. And I'm really proud of you guys because I know it can be scary. And I know it can seem like overwhelming, but like the accountability is huge. Like Mary said, like stating your goals out loud and just putting yourself out there and asking questions. Like, we all learn. And the cool thing about this business is we all started at the same place. Some of us just been doing it longer. So like diving into these calls, asking questions and like showing up, that's huge. So I'm excited for everybody. I don't know if anybody else wanted to share, but the last part of this that I had for you guys and the homework that I want you guys to do is to write a letter to yourself about your goals. Like, it's a vision. Like your homework is to write out your vision for August, including your goals that you mentioned and how you will feel when you crush those goals. And just something to like visualize and like writing out how you feel, writing out what they look like, and just really, thinking about that. And then that's something you can look at every day, to read every day. I just think it's helpful to like have that there. And maybe also come back next week with 1 to 2 things that you did or started on for those goals, whether it's growing your Instagram, whether it's getting those invites, the goal that you're most scared about, like how you are working on that. Or maybe just sharing it in the team page or just something, but getting outside your comfort zone a little bit with that. But this was fun. I don't know if anybody has anything else they want to share.
I don't have anything else I want to share, but I do kind of like have questions because I'm so new that I don't know what it means to qualify for like Success Club and I don't know what that means exactly yet. So I'm wondering if you guys can fill me in on that as well, because I'm still learning everything and how it works.
Totally.
I really suggest going through every tab on the Coach Office of training, because I did that. Like I said, I signed up on the 17th at midnight. And then for the next couple of days, I read through everything. And prior to this, I was just an on-demand customer since April, and I never used any of the Beachbody products. But if you ask me a question about them now, I can answer a question. So read everything. Like watch every video, read everything. It's going to take a while, but I feel like I know a lot, even though it's only been like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like I'm still trying to like take everything in and learn what I need to do and all this. And I'm missing some things like that. Like it's just so much. And also work full time. So I'm like, I need to like take a day to sit down and kind of like figure it out. Like the pinpoint things that I'm missing, and I need to like do that as well.
Who's your coach?
Amber.
So what I would do too is just ask her about setting up your first one-on-one call, and she'll go over like the basics with you. But yeah, like setting aside like even 30 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be a whole day. The rad thing about this business and what I love about this business is you don't have to know everything to start. Like you already got someone started, so that's like perfect already. So it's just continuing to do that. I think focusing on the 4 vital behaviors, inviting, doing your personal development, doing your workouts, and you know, like that is where the main points are. And then Success Club is just, so how to qualify for a Success Club. I'll just cover this one really quickly. But I love that you just went through the Coach Online office and watched everything, because that's super helpful too. And I do recommend that because there's so many helpful tabs on there. But so to hit Success Club every month, you need to be an active coach, meaning you need to have 50 PV or higher. I always just recommend everybody stay on Shakeology Home Direct because that's 90 PV. It's got you covered. And then you have to help at least 3 people get started with a fitness or a challenge pack or Shakeology Home Direct, or any Home Direct combination of things that reach 90 PV. So it could be like a performance stack or 3 things of like beach bars equals 90 PV, and that can get you 2 Success Club points too. So it's just, but that you'll learn. I mean, the basic is really just, I get most people started with the challenge pack.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I think this was an awesome call, and I'm really excited to see your guys' like progress that you make on those goals and like get outside your comfort zone. And yeah, so write out those vision statements or like what you want August to look like, and let's rock this month and the end of this month. So thank you guys.